Down with Zelda. Down with Zelda.
Oh, man, I just want to watch that intro over and over again. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host, America's #1 online video game personality, Ben.
Excuse me, princess.
The Parvinator Parvin, here at your service. How's it going, guys? Man, takes Link a long time to get through that one, huh? Excuse me. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday. I'm so glad you're here. Man, I wish I could have got this thing kicked off earlier, but it's been one heck of a day. Metroid, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see John Luigi in the chat as well. Of course, if he's not in the chat, he's always in our hearts. You know, you guys know how it is. Oh, man. I'm glad you're here. Look, we're going to play what's definitely one of my favorite games. Depending on what day of the week you ask me, or really which game I've played more recently, this or Majora's Mask. I flip-flop between those two as a favorite game. But, you know, at that point, they're honestly, they're on the same level for me. I love this game. Nothing blasts me back to 1998 and the years after that I enjoyed playing this with family and friends more than, yeah, I mean, well, having a controller in my hand and firing the game up one more time. But yeah, hearing an Ocarina, you know, I mean, it's instant nostalgia, and I think it is for many of you guys as well. Even if it's not a favorite game, I know for many of you, it means something special. So I'm glad you guys are here. I'd love to hear how you guys came to this game. You know, I figured we'd do a playthrough of this. This is, I think, the third time that I've played it on stream in the, you know, coming on 5 years that I've been streaming now. But I mean, well, you know, we got the remake coming up later this year. Really, I don't need an excuse to play this game. I'm always looking for one, but I don't need it. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. I'd love to hear how you came to the series as a whole, you know, where this game fits in with the other games for you, whether that's timeline-wise or, you know, just in terms of, you know, your favorites. And Metroid said, I first got Ocarina at a yard sale when I was a kid. I only played A Link to the Past before then. Oh, man. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, what an awesome find at a yard sale. And, you know, you know, this was the first Zelda game I ever owned, you know, and ever played all the way through myself. But as a kid, my cousin, he was a whole year older, folks, and a whole year wiser. He had the Zelda games for NES, and I just remember, you know, being so young and him busting out the map that came with that first Zelda game, and, you know, playing the game ourselves, just being kind of awestruck at that opening crawl, as cool as I thought it was, you know. Maybe it doesn't quite have that sizzle for, you know, a new player these days, but, you know, there was just this air of mystery to this series, and a level of darkness too, you know, as a little kid, like, you know, getting tossed into that first Zelda game, playing over at my cousin's house, you know, it can be pretty brutal. You know, I love the game, but, you know, it felt like there were real repercussions for, you know, Link screwing up and me screwing up. Mostly that made Link rotate a bunch and then explode, question mark? And I don't know, some kind of violent death for the hero. And but yeah, I mean, just, you know, looking at the maps, looking at the artwork for the original Zelda, it even though I didn't get to play those games, I didn't own them as a kid, I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And eventually, when I had the first console that was mine, welcome Ichigo, how you doing, man? Good to see you, Dave. Whenever I got the first console that I owned, that was the Nintendo 64. That was the first one that was mine and not my big sister's. And, you know, it still holds a special place in my heart. And, you know, I guess I got that 64 in Christmas of '97. And I was... it was earlier that year that I'd gotten a subscription to Nintendo Power, so I'm plugged into the propaganda, and I'm loving every second of it. You know, the hype for this game was tremendous. Not just in Nintendo Power, everybody was looking forward to this game. The you know, EGM and the other magazines I would read sometimes, they were all really excited. And oh yeah, it was great, Metroid. I was so excited to run out to the mailbox and check for it around the time of month that it would come, you know. And oh, good times. You know, they definitely hooked me on the hype for this game, and when it came out, I wasn't able to buy it right away, but I did talk my mom into renting it, and I hopped into like somebody else's file, and, you know, I've read a little bit about the game and stuff, and, you know, I knew about Epona, and I knew about Adult Link and Child Link, stuff like that, and, but I just remember mostly playing on someone else's existing file with this, rental. And, it wasn't until a little bit later, another, birthday or Christmas of that year that I finally got the game for myself. And it was on from that point on. And it pretty much just became my favorite game. It hooked me so much. And for years, this game was just, talk about comfort food. It was just a game that at that time, I stopped counting after I beat it maybe like around 10 times or so. And, I could beat it without too much thought. It was a very relaxing game for me to play. And also, I had, even though it's a solo game, I have a lot of memories of sharing this game, especially with my cousin Jake. He and I could just hang out and put the game on and swap the controller back and forth and just catch up about life and make jokes about what was on our screen here. And yeah, man, some of those fundamental video game memories for me are definitely tied to this game. Playing this game in the dark, the volume up, man. Good stuff. Yeah. How you doing, Ichigo? It's good to see you, man. I'd be curious to know how you came to this game too, if and when you get a chance. Metroid said, with Link to the Past. You did that too with the rental, huh? Since both copies I had were used and someone was near the end of the game on both. Okay, yeah. So, you jumped into an existing game. Yeah, it's funny, I think they hadn't completed the game for sure, but I believe that they had already made it to adult Link. I do remember riding around on Epona at that time, and it's just kind of funny to think about hopping into an existing game. And I do think I started my own as well, but I only had like a 3-day rental or something. So, but in the same way that it's crazy the scale to these things, right? Like in the same way that when I look at my nephew, I've got a nephew who's really into Breath of the Wild. And Tears of the Kingdom. And it's cool to see this series through a child's eyes once again, can't see it through his eyes, but I can see his eyes light up when he plays this game, and that core Zelda exploration, getting lost, getting scared that you're in over your head. It's been cool to watch that with him. And the way that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are obviously these big open world games, I'll be damned if this didn't feel like that to me as a little kid. Ocarina, just spending so much time running around, Hyrule Field and just messing around at Lon Lon Ranch. It felt so big and expansive for the time. I think some of that feeling can be lost on people these days, but it did. It really felt big. And this game is something special. I really feel that it's a game that, I think it wasn't just the Zelda fans and Nintendo fans that kind of took note. I really think that this is a game that kind of, set the tone for what an adventure game, action adventure could be in many ways. And it felt kind of like there's other games at times, Mario 64 gets mentioned in this conversation, but it felt like there was a paradigm shift in gaming. If anything, just look at all the copycat games that came, yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. Welcome, Pal Puck. Yes, R.I.P. Sam Neill. I think I actually have some other stuff from Jurassic Park, but nothing from him. R.I.P. Sam Neill. Sorry that you have to hear that in this way, Metroid. But, yeah. We'll dedicate this one to Sam Neill. And we'll dedicate it to you guys as well. All right. Dr. Grant has left the building. Yeah, well, speaking of kind of franchises that sort of had an outsized impact on me as a kid, definitely seeing that first Jurassic Park in theaters, that was unforgettable. And absolutely scared the bejesus out of me. This was me trying to breathe as the giant T-Rex is walking around. Oh, man. Hey, welcome, Livy. Oh, cool. You gonna do another blindfold run? I guess that's your normal one for that game. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, are you gonna do that today? I hope you're well. Good to see you. Cool. I mean, once you go blindfold, you know, I feel at that point you, I mean, I'm sure a sighted playthrough is also great, but well, yeah, you might as well, when you're already that good, you know. I bet it's tempting to always want to do that, so. Well, good luck. Yeah. Glad that you could, you know, glad you could take a little time off and you know, get back into it. Yeah. So you've just been practicing. Yeah. Okay. Glad you could take that time off of streaming and get back to it. So yeah. I like that. Just in the trap, you know, just practicing, just training. And no one gets to see the practice, you know, but they get to see the result. Well, good luck. And yeah, you know, I bet there's a PB coming for you at some point. All right. Welcome, guys. We're going to get into this game. We'll take it slow. And I love to talk about this game. It's a fun game to host. Ichigo said this might have been the first game we bought after getting the 64. Oh, cool. That's a good first one. Man. I'm excited. Sorry it took me a long time to get rolling. Been a long day. Yeah, Ichigo, okay, watching the big bro play it. And well, you finally got your chance, so. Oh yeah, hey Dustin, you watch your mouth. Welcome, Dustin. How you doing, buddy? Dustin, are you down with Zelda? I'm gonna have to play around with the sound as we get into this game. You know, do let me know at any point if it's something's too high or too low. I'm really struggling to try to just get. I want to just raise, honestly, the volume of everything on the stream, and it's been kind of hard to find that balance. What am I hearing right now? Is this something coming through in the game? Sorry, I've just got like a rattling noise. I think it's something in this room, actually. Maybe the AC. Sorry. What the hell is that? That's really distracting. I don't think I had it on the last... Could be, Dustin. I don't think I had it on the last scene there. Anyway, sorry, I've distracted myself. I don't know if you guys can hear this kind of percussive little... Yeah, I don't know what it could be. Well, anyway, I'll jump in. Hopefully you're not hearing it on your end. Grandma was watching you play and didn't understand anything. Well, I remember... Oh, I'll have to go back and read that previous one too, Metroid. I remember being really excited about this rental for Ocarina of Time, you know, and I talked Mom into renting it for me, and I think I had also talked her ear off about this game and how excited I was and stuff, and I got home and at one point she was like, you know, Zelda is a girl's name, and I just remember, oh, okay, you know, all right, she doesn't know. Well, Mom, it's The Legend of Zelda, but that's not the main character in the game. His name is Link, you know. And then, you know, that I probably kept talking for minutes and minutes, and then at some point the eyes just kind of glaze over, and you know, probably not another word is being absorbed, and that's okay. You know, she wasn't going to play it herself, so. Well, yeah, I remember getting that. Isn't Zelda a girl's name? I'm going to name him Link just because I don't want to, have to say my own name a whole bunch when other characters try to talk to us. That is annoying. Yeah, it's coming from the AC. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know what happened. I was getting this in the living room the other day. I think a part of the ductwork or something. This little mesh material, like really thin mesh material, was like kind of up against the vent, and I was like, what the hell is this? I went to go sort of open the vent, and it was like totally painted over, and I couldn't even tell what kind of, you know, screwdriver it would need. And I just like, I got some little needle nose pliers and picked some of that stuff out. I wonder if I'm gonna have to do that here. Something's blowing up in the AC. Anyway. Let me catch up with the chat here. We'll jump in. We'll get this thing rolling after that. Metroid said, I distinctly remember being at a hotel in Hawaii in 3rd grade. They had a Nintendo 64 in the room, and you could load games with a special controller. Oh, yeah. I remember some green controllers on those, and just, you know, they had some additional buttons on it and stuff. There was one of those hotel network setup, Nintendo 64, super neat. I loaded this up and started a game from the beginning. Oh, that's cool. Nice. A little, you know, a little piece of home away from home while you're in Hawaii. Nice. Metroid said, my grandma was watching me and didn't understand anything. Oh, fuck, the Magic Whistle riff, I feel like people didn't... You know, there wasn't a ton of talk about that early on. I think that's something that, you know, some people maybe even still don't know, although I'm sure it's been in like a bunch of, it's probably been in a million YouTube shorts in the last 5 years, but yeah, it's, my cousin, I remember, you know, he although I had played a little bit at that first Zelda with him, he was the one that caught that and told me that, oh yeah, that's like the sound of the whistle. And of course, I had played Mario 3, a lot of that, you know, pretty much the same melody. Yeah. A Link named Sue, yeah. A boy named Zelda. Alright, here we go. Yeah, take a trip to Hawaii. Well, you know, in the vast, deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku tree. Deku. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy.
Wake up, Link.
However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. It's so quiet before the gate crashing open, you know, with thunder and stuff. Yeah, as a kid I said Deku, and it was later that I changed to Deku. Every now and then the Deke still makes an appearance. That's quite a dream, quite a vivid dream for a little kid who's never left the forest. Yeah, I'm still waiting on my fairy too. I don't know, I might have outgrown it at this point. I don't think it's coming. Yeah. Dustin. Yeah. There's a couple of set pieces that in this game that got all the graphics, baby. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to the words of the Deku tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. So long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. I love the things that they choose to put in bold in this game. Or yeah, in a different character, a different color. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. I forgot I was gonna have to read a bunch. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the world, the fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. I don't think the water temple is my favorite, but I do actually really like that one. Yeah. I don't hate it like you know, I don't know, somewhat popular sentiment. Long-standing sentiment. You know, I think, you got caught on the fly strip, Palfa. Do I get the rumble here? Let me, testing out this new controller. Where's my rumble? I gotta fix that. We need a rumble when Navi hits that barrier. Yeah, we'll do Ichigo. I thought I would try to force it today, since I couldn't, playing Star Fox. My favorite temple... You know, I really like, for whatever reason, I like the Forest Temple. I also like the Spirit Temple a lot. I don't think I don't hate any of the levels, honestly. They're all pretty fun. But yeah, sometimes I'll, you know, I think Spirit has often been my #1, but you know. What's up, Cab Nemo? Welcome. We did not. I put that one on hold for a little while. I got everything still set up to play it. So before the end of the year, I think we'll get back into that. But yeah, I wanted to get to some other games too at the time. I realized I think I had that and Pokemon Emerald going at the same time. I was like, dude, I can't do this. I can't do it. So yeah, we might even just start it over, but without as much pomp and circumstance, you know, now that we've read the instruction manual and, you know, done the segments, etc. Welcome, Cab Nemo. Well, Cab Nemo, to make it up to you, we'll try to catch the Hylian Loach. No, we will catch the Hylian Loach. All right. The great Deku tree, I was still going to say Deku. The great Deku tree wants to talk to you. Link, get up. Man, how can Hyrule's destiny depend upon such a lazy boy?
Open your eyes.
The Deku. Hey, come on. Sorry. Hope that's a consolation prize, Cab Nemo. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Metroid. The music is quite creepy, and you get the like, I like a lot of the that part can get a little annoying, but I like a lot of the rest of it. The sort of rattling, you know, I know it sounds like trees shaking in the wind. You know, the musical version of that. You finally woke up. I'm Navi, the fairy. The great Deku tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The great Deku tree has summoned you. So let's get going right now. Doot, doot, doot. Let's get to all the Navi sound effects. Boop, 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 boop.
Watch out!
Where's the look and listen? That needs to be added here.
Watch out!
Unfortunately, Palpuck, this is the like 1.2 build. I don't have the English language. Well, I don't have the North American cart that I had growing up, which was, you know, pre whatever that was. You know, I had one that I didn't have the gold cart as a kid, but I had like the first, you know, gray cart or whatever. And yeah, it was like before they made those changes with things like changing the color or the symbol that's on the blocks and Link's shield right? The sort of crescent moon thing got changed, and then the mirror shield, you know. The barf, you know, of blood turned to green instead, so... Yeah, they changed that, right. I'm pretty sure, Palpuck, that we get the green. Unfortunately, we get the bile version of the puke, and you know, when I did play through this on this, so I'm playing this on the like EverDrive knockoff that I have. I did play through this about a year ago on it, and I don't think I had the sound that turned up for the Fire Temple part, and I'm not sure if I noticed that difference there in the music, but yeah, I know about that outside. I just forgot to, you know, kind of listen for that this time around. But yeah, I think you're right. Maybe the Crescent Moon came later, but yeah, I remember seeing the green Ganon blood. I'm pretty sure about that one. Yeah, when it got to that GameCube version, you had all of the changes. Yeah, I don't think that there were many. I don't know about dialogue changes, Cap Nemo. I'd be curious to know, but yeah. I think that this version came out with the like player's choice version. Maybe they had this version even sooner than that, but I'm pretty darn sure by the time you get to by the time you get to the player's choice version, it had some of those changes. Yahoo! Hi, Link! Yahoo! I love any first dialogue from a character that starts with Yahoo! Alright. We're in. Excuse me, I need to read the sign to my house real quick. Ah, Link's house. Okay. Just checking. I usually, as a kid, I'd usually do a backflip off the top there just to, you know, show Saria how cool I am. Wow, a fairy! Finally, a fairy came to you, Link. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you.
Watch out!
Now you're a true Kokiri, Link. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. Great Deku Tree. Great Deku Tree. Just pound you over the head with it. That's interesting about, yeah, the color of the upchuck being maybe changing based on a tunic. That's funny. Wonder... As much as I like the other colors, I do sometimes switch back to the classic green. You know, I usually say Saria. Saria. Saria being the correct pronunciation. I think as a little kid, it was something for me more like Saria. There's a couple of enunciations I kind of changed a little bit over time, but... Alright, so you know the drill. We got to get our 40 rupees and find the sword. Beep, 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 beep. So, for this playthrough, I think, you know, I want to do what I usually do. Try to get all the hearts. Although someday I do want to do a 3-heart run. I've actually never done one of those. I feel like that's, you know, kind of, I don't know, it's something I'd like to do someday. And I think I could pull it off. Although maybe first time I'd probably screw it up and get a death or 2 in there. But yeah, I'm thinking we, oops. You know, get all the Skulltula, get all the heart pieces. I don't necessarily care about getting every single chest, honestly. As nice as chests are. Oh. Hi, Link, look this way. Look over here with Z and talk to me with A. I will teach you. Four bottles, yeah, 4 bottles. I'm down for, yeah, I'm down for those things. The upgrades and the, I always forget each aspect of this game. But yeah, I'm down for pretty much all those upgrades, all the heart pieces. I just don't really care about, there's a couple of chests that is just like, I don't know. Especially if I'm not like trying to do some kind of 100% speed run or something, which we're not. But hell, we'll try to find all the chests too if you want to. Captain Nemo hasn't let me down since there was like one dungeon the last time we played this a couple of years ago that I never got I missed like I think a compass or a dungeon map or something in one of the levels. Yeah, dungeon map, yeah. And it wasn't needed for the level at all. I just think I skipped it. Maybe it was autopilot. Absolutely, yeah. We hate a good asterisk around here. Next to our gaming accomplishments. 99.99%. Well, Palpuck let me know that there's one of those upgrades that you can't get after a certain point. I think it's maybe involving after you've gotten one of the masks, and I wasn't aware of that. I haven't played the game since I learned that info, so that'll be something to look out for. I think you mentioned it was the one where you go and you put the masks on in front of the like Deku scrubs. Now I can actually read these signs. The last couple times I played this was in Japanese. We'll come back for a thrust attack. Let's go get a sword. Whoops. It really was Metroid. I was blown away by the graphics. And honestly, when people put down the Nintendo 64's blurry textures, I've got to admit, there's a little part of me that kind of, it makes me sit up a little bit and in frustration. I get it, but I don't know how to, I wasn't thinking about how blurry things were. I do remember sometimes thinking, especially, you don't have to be at too big of a distance for this to happen, but, I do remember getting a chuckle back then with some of the character models, and then also just like, Link's facial features kind of disappearing, and you get a little further out. Yeah. Well, I might have, but when is it that you get that mask? Because I might have, I can't remember if you said it was a certain mask that you get, Palpuck, because I might have already gotten those, like, those upgrades before I ever got that mask. The Happy Mask game, I tended to wait. I don't always do as much of that as I can before I was about to say evolve Link. Before we let him evolve, I don't always do everything there is to do as Kid Link at that point. So I'd be curious to know when that comes into play. Well, we got to equip a sword. We could have gotten some more rupees back there, but we're not really playing this to be perfect. Hey, Kevado. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We are playing this on the 64. Yeah, I agree. To me, that's the best version. I don't need the like super smooth frame rate. In fact, I don't know if you guys have had this experience, but I've watched, it was a little while back, I watched someone they were playing, you know, they were playing it on an emulator, and they had basically all frame rate drops. Just I mean, the thing like ran at a consistent frame rate, and you know, honestly, it just didn't look right to me. You know? Years of playing this game, I think you know, it looked too smooth, you know? It looked too smooth. Oh, this is the one I'm supposed to thrust. A poacher saw, yeah. It can, Metroid. It was kind of dizzying. Let's read our sign. I always forget what you're supposed to do with each part. I just switch. Oh, we did it. This one you can backflip, huh? This Kokiri over here working on his combat skills. Hey, let's work on some moves. Blah, blah, blah. You can use Z targeting on the stone next to me, so let's practice. It does, Kevato, yeah. I don't know what version that changes, but the original version, it is the red blood. Sadly, this is, I think, version 1.2 that we're playing. That's what my EverDrive says. I don't own the North American cart for this game that I grew up with, so... that one was the, you know... I didn't have the gold cartridge, but I did have, you know, that first gray one. And yeah, we had Red Blood and Allah Akbar in our music. You know, the uncensored version. Before Nintendo was afraid to say, oh, you don't know Cap Nemo? Yeah, look, if you're curious, yeah, at a certain point they changed the music to the Fire Temple because originally they used a sample in it that they found somewhere, like a public domain sample or something, and you know, it had a it had those lyrics in it, so to speak. You know, the guy sang that in the song. And I guess they discovered that and then took it out. Just, you know, Nintendo had a pretty... Some stuff would get through, but you know, they tended to censor out as much of the religious, you know, references and whatnot that they could find. You know. I know. Yeah, it's well, you know, this even extended to things like the Dragon Quest games. You know, coming over here as Dragon Warrior, and I read that in that second game, if you're playing Dragon Quest, when a character dies and you get back on the map or whatever, you see their little coffin with like a cross on it and stuff, and then they just turned it to like ghosts instead. You know, any crosses tended to get taken out. You know, it is funny because they, over the years, they missed some stuff. Of course, you know, they tried to do what seems to be like kind of a blanket ban on, at least Nintendo of America, on religious references and stuff, but you know, some stuff would still get through. It's kind of funny what could. Yeah, similar stuff for FF as well. Yeah. I think Zelda 2 has I feel like there was something in that one that got taken out as well. In the Japanese version of Zelda 1, they call the book the Bible. The katakana for it says Bible, you know. And, you know, that was changed to just book. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy. What's your business with the great Deku tree? Holy versus Fade. What an awful replacement for it. Fade. Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The great Deku tree actually summoned you?
Nani?
What?
No way!
Why would he summon you and not the great Mido? I always say Mido, but Mido, probably the Japanese. Mido. In fact, I think I read it and I remember that from the katakana. As a kid, it was always Mido. Why would he summon you and not the great Mido? This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to help the great Deku tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right. I don't have my equipment ready, but if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. It's been a little while since I talked to this guy without both of them equipped. Sheesh. He just goes straight into the, what's that? You have a sword and a shield? You know. Yeah, he gets one. There's a few of them that would, their name would be passed on in legend. Show up as these towns in Zelda 2. My cousin pointed that one out back in the day, and I was like, whoa. That's awesome. The town of Mido, or Mido, is one of those early... I feel like it was a pretty early town in Zelda 2. I can't remember. It's been a little while. Yeah, error. Good old error. Eh? What's that? You have a Deku shield? And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief. Well, even with all that shit, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? Hi, the great Mido will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how'd you get to be the favorite of Saria and the great Deku tree, huh? Alright, he storms off. We're not gonna talk to him again. Oh, I remember Pearl. Dustin, yeah, you mentioned Pearl. I remember that in FF6. And not, I'm gonna get used to this controller, hopefully. Kill versus Rub. Clinics? Go to the clinic. Man. Here we go. Great Deku tree, I'm back. Kill versus Rub. They missed the mark on those translations, I gotta say. Pearl, at least, kind of like in Final Fantasy VI, that is what the attack kind of looked like, you know. I could say, like, based on what the attack animation was, it wasn't, you know, like it wasn't that big of a stretch. Obviously, coming from Holy, that's, you know, it is a stretch, but. Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Link, he come to town. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares.
I don't know what else it could be.
As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have that, Link. He come to town somewhere and I can't find it now. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. No, play the beginning, please.
Link, here come
I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. And maybe a little bit of power, too. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? No. I love this shot that it goes to up here, like... Perhaps you do not have confidence in your abilities. Perhaps you do not yet have confidence in your abilities. Return to the Kokiri Forest to learn the skills of combat. When thou art ready, return here and speak with me by using Z. I think you just have to, like, kind of walk over here a little bit, right? You ready to ask me again? Oh, I gotta get, go a little further. Okay, Vada. Oh, man. Yeah. I have almost... I never played the whole thing in one game, or in one day, but I did get... I stopped at the Spirit Temple because I was getting really tired and, like, yeah, my eyes were just really sore at that point and tired, and I needed a break. I think I was about to go into the Spirit Temple or had, like, just started it, and I was like, you know, I love this game, but this can wait until tomorrow, right? It can wait. Oh, you really gotta run up on him to get him to talk again. As I was saying, I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? ¿Qué varo? ¿Cuántas horas? It's a long game if you don't sit there and speed run everything, you know. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, use up C to listen well to her words of wisdom. Well, I say a long game. It's just, you know, it's a long game to do in one sitting. I've thought about doing a marathon of it sometime. That's kind of what I was thinking I would do, maybe for the... Oop, next time I play. Okay. Just kept going, yeah. There we go. Yes. Link, you may enter inside me. Link, so this isn't the only, you know, local deity that Link finds himself inside of the first portion of this game. Look at that wall. The vines growing on it give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link. Can I just say, I think people complain a little too much about Navi, you know, quote, hand-holding, especially in this dungeon. I guess people didn't complain as much after Skyward Sword came out. I guess I've heard that people were really annoyed for a while about that, you know, your helper in that game. I've hardly played that game at all, like just the very beginning of it. Yeah. Yeah, Kevato, right. Just kind of try to get in and out of the dungeons quickly. I think with this playthrough, I think, you know, I love to take my time with this game, and it's a fun game to just hang out and talk with you guys about, so we'll, you know, it's also a game I can kind of play and talk to an extent. Whoa, whoops. Oh, so something I gotta get used to with this new controller, I've got, the Z buttons are on the back, and L and R are on the top. I gotta get used to that Z trigger, having them on, well, both sides, and then just now I went to put the shield up and I hit the Z button. Yeah, we'll keep working with this one. I need some practice on it. Whoop, come on. Close the distance. Ow, 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 ow! Forgive me, master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold the control stick forward, you'll roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it'll work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you're feeling bold. Alright. Exactly. He laughs, too, after saying that. You know, he knows what he's asking the hero to do. Queen Goma is gonna be really pleased when that kid jumps off a cliff and breaks an ankle. Fairy slingshot, baby. If the Deku nuts are edible. That's a good question, Palpuck. Maybe you could kind of cook them into a bread, you know, a nice nut bread, or hey, you know, make a nut milk, Deku nut milk, for instance. Look, something's hanging up there. It looks like an old ladder. Love this this view we've got here from behind the chest. Oh yeah, the C buttons. I gotta get used to where they are. Navi, we don't need the Z target, okay? We like to free target around here. Yeah, which timeline is that one? The Link gets disabled timeline. He still went on to accomplish great feats. He just had to work so much harder for everything. It's respectable, honestly. Oh. There's like a little hesitation every time I go for the C buttons right now. Wait, where are they? Get that. Not that you need to. I'm surprised they haven't, Metroid. I have a feeling there'd be some magic to help Link along the way. Some fantasy technology. Who's blowing up the Discord? Do some Magitech. Oh, Dustin. Oh, cool. Can I show that on the stream, Dustin? Got the compass. Yay, we got a compass and a map, believe it or not. Sorry, I'm over here on Discord trying to show off something Dustin got for us. Come on. I'm getting careless. It's always a warm-up period. Still got in though. I might switch to the regular controller before this is all said and done. We'll see. I love the feel of an actual 64 controller. This is fine, but it's hard to beat that muscle memory. Hard to overcome that. That alerts us to treasure. Yeah, we get to see where they are in the room, but you don't get any chimes, sadly. I guess you know, as helpful as that could be, you get that in those Game Boy games, don't you? Always jump over the other one with the, get ourselves a heart. Not that it really matters much. Let's jump here. No, I need it for 100% completion. We must collect everything. Oh, that's cool, Metroid. Well, then it just kind of shows you that this is a pretty good tutorial of a level, you know? I guess you could really jump as long as you hit the center. Do it from anywhere. Yeah, I figured Palpug, but yeah, it had me thinking, yeah, I guess that is only in the Game Boy version, so... Okie dokie. Hooray for golden sculptulas. Let's get another one, shall we? Doobie-doobie-doo. So that wasn't in the original. I'm curious if that wasn't in the original Link's Awakening, but added for DX. DX was the first and I guess only version I've ever really played. I do own the original. I got it later, a thrift store kind of thing or something. I don't remember how I came about getting the original Link's Awakening for Game Boy, but yeah, Link's Awakening DX was that came out the same year as this game. DX did. Oh yeah. Yeah, the rupee messages. Lucky. If you spare me, I'll teach you something cool. You'll never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. Michael Jordan is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor? Alright. I do. You just gave away how to get to the boss's lair. I feel like that's pretty traitorous of you. After you get into the water, if you hold down A, you can dive. I bet there are some interesting things underwater. Sure, when you're playing this game for the 99th time, you're like, okay, come on. Or maybe even the second time. You're like, alright, come on, Nobby. But, I don't know, sometimes I feel people are a little, I don't know. They kind of overblow the issue. Or it's been a bit overblown. Can you overblow an issue, or is it just overblown? Wrong button. I love a good Z targeting. Stand next to this block and grab hold of it with A. While holding A, you can push or pull it. If you stand next to the block and press A while pressing the control stick towards the block, you can climb on top of it. Pay attention to what the action icon says. Some of these lines, I'm like, I can finish them myself. You just... Hey, Dustin. Hey, man, you know, for all the Navi knows, it's our first time through this dungeon. You know. Hey, can I show your Discord post on the stream? Yeah. Well, now I'm curious, Palpuck. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually played it myself, even though I own it. Cool. Well, Yeah, so I was curious, so the Palpuck mentioned that, we weren't sure about it, but it had me wondering if if that wasn't changed until the GameCube version, the blocks. Yeah, when he mentioned that, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe you're right about that. Of course, if you just, you know, run across the middle of here, you get to deal with these little Goma spawn. You pick them off from up here too, can't you? Or maybe they just like, oh, they don't actually, you can't do that. Go, Link, go. We'll be back here once we get some bombs. Oh yeah, thanks Dustin. Let me I think I just saved that. Pull that up for you guys. So you said you got this game with the launch, or you got this with the launch, you said? This t-shirt? Let me see if I can pull it up. There it is. It's cool. Oh. As a kid, I loved the official art for this game. I thought it was so cool. I had the Versus books. It was the Versus books strategy guide. It was known as the like official perfect guide. And I loved looking at all the art that was in it. I don't know what happened to my Ocarina guide, but I still have the Versus books perfect guide for Majora's Mask. I don't know what happened to the Ocarina one. The lost, buried in the sands of time. That's cool. Yeah, it is cool. It looks like it was well worn. I imagine it didn't lose all of its color, right? It was originally this kind of grayish sepia sort of thing, huh? Yeah, okay. Oh, never worn it. Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's in great shape. You know, even just having a shirt that's that old will kind of, like, even just in your, you know, sitting in a closet will, you know, start to break down over time. It's cool that you got it in this shape still. Too small for you. Oh, I mean, cool. I bet it looks good hung up on a wall or something, you know. Get out of here. All right, let's go push a block. In the GameCube version and onward, this symbol is replaced with a diamond-shaped Gerudo symbol that was used in Majora's Mask. Oh, yeah, okay, that's it. So it wasn't until the GameCube version. Oh, yeah. Made him hit the dry land, huh? All right, Michael Jordan is number 1. Here we go. I remember learning the technique. These guys are different since they don't run away, but well, this one does. But yeah, kind of closing in. You know, when you're running, just walking forward with your shield instead of just standing there like a derpy. You know, walk with the shield and kind of close in on them to get them to talk to you quickly. I didn't really do it after that guy, but how did you know our secrets? So what do you say? So annoying, so irritating. It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. The coup de grace. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. Sorry, I just got you killed. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Crescent was dropped for the Gateway version. That wasn't the like hotel version, was it? I'm just seeing a cow print box, the Gateway version of the game. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I had a good guess. I think I pulled that out of the recesses of my mind. I only learned that kind of recently, I think. Yeah, funny they had one made for hotels. With some interesting changes. So, hey Hubra, welcome. Yeah, right, Metroid. Yeah, just a little game called Ocarina of Time. So I really love the setup for this boss fight. I love Link getting into this room, having the door shut behind him. And the way he kind of clutches his chest real quick there. You know. You've got the fog that's kind of at like knee, you know, level to his knees. Hey, we're doing the English version. I did a playthrough of the Japanese one about 2 years ago, a little less than 2 years. And yeah, I figured since it had been a while since I read the dialogue for myself in a language I understand better, I figured we'd do it in the English version. Yeah, I love that you can run around and not get the battle started until, you know, you take a little peek up at the ceiling. And of course you can hear Queen Goma. You can also see like the stuff coming off the roof of this room as well, the ceiling, as she crawls around. Kind of easy. It's so dark in here, kind of easy to get lost to not know where the door was. Not that you can go through it at this point, but... And then, yeah, as soon as you, Parasitic Armored Arachnid, Goma. Alright, I don't want to kill Goma as quickly as can be done. Whoops. Kind of forgot about a crucial step here. I'm not going to kill her right away. I like to see the different phases of the fight. Because this first time through it, you're probably not taking her out in one, maybe even two cycles, you know? So you're gonna let her, you're probably maybe even trying to figure everything out. Let's see what Navi has to say at this point. And of course she starts dropping eggs. It's one of the parasitic monsters inside the Deku tree. Its eye is vulnerable when it's red. It's just cool. It's scary as hell when she drops down too. You can actually catch her without the Z targeting. And I love how she gets right up on Link and, you know, rears back. Great, just, I don't know, a good sense of scale here in this first fight. Disintegrates. Oh, that Palpuck, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. That's cool. I love that. I always thought that was a cool touch, getting the sort of like a subtitle or like a classification of what it is, you know. You get that, of course, with Majora's Mask as well. And then on into, I guess, you know, later Zelda games as well. Little things as a kid. It's very simple, but I just remember like really liking sound effects of like this stuff, you know, like being in, you know, when you're in the Chamber of Sages and stuff, and you just got the cool like dripping sound effect and whatnot. And but yeah, it's just fun to even as a kid, I would like walk up to this and just like, whoa. It doesn't take much to amuse me, but they do, Palpuck. Yeah, that's a good call on that. I don't remember any of the text, but yeah, when they show off the bosses, some of it in that game is cool too, because you know, you can, when you don't really know where to go next in one of those games, it can kind of take a while before you find another boss, kind of like if you didn't know what you were doing in this game. So, you know, it feels big, and I feel like that kind of adds a sense of like importance to the enemy, and you know, there's some repetition with bosses and stuff. I think I'm pretty sure you get a Goma-like creature in at least well, yeah, there's one even from the first Zelda, I believe. Right? I know for sure you see one in the Game Boy games. Curious. Yeah, Link's Awakening. That was its let's see, was that its first appearance? Oh no, its first appearance was in Legend of Zelda. Its hard shell will repel all attacks. That's what I thought. Like a little crab looking, very much like a, you know, this one you can, even though it calls itself an arachnid, in this game, like when you see the original, it is a little, you know, just simple crab kind of moving around, you know. Yeah, I remember it from Zelda 1. I think I would have first seen it in this game, and then probably Link's Awakening DX, and then I went back and played all the previous stuff. Yeah. I wonder what dungeon it's in Zelda 1. I'm curious. Yeah, I don't remember, Hubra. I think I actually have the, you know, I think on a BRB page I have this boss fight in the Japanese version. Maybe I could catch what it said. They give some kind of description for it, but I don't remember. Let me see. I'm curious now. Let me do something real quick. Let me, let's see just the beginning of it, all right? Let me go to this first page, and I'm going to add the mic to that screen. Okay, should have a mic working now. All right. Yeah, this is the... Because I've done the game in the Japanese version, I do still have some footage left over from some parts, so this is one of the things I kept. Of course, I take my sweet time and, you know, I was trying to go for some atmosphere here. You know, if I just had this as my setup, I'd probably, you know, I'd probably have even more views. Who can resist Sunglasses Link? I don't think it's too crazy long after the door shuts that I get the, No, it's cool to think about that kind of stuff, Huber. I'm glad you mentioned it. Yeah, I'm a VTuber now. A GIF tuber. Maybe I can even pause it. So cool. Well, I'm kind of screwed because it's all kanji, actually. Sorry. I can't help you. I can very clearly read Goma at the bottom, but yeah. I bet, I'm curious. I'm sure they mentioned something similar to that, or if I had to guess, you know, something arachnid or spider. But hey, anybody know their kanji? That sort of figures that they would you know, have some specific kanji for that. Oh, that's funny. All right. Hey, we've defeated Goma once. Let's do it a second time. Doo-doo-doo. Parasitic armor beast. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, they didn't even mention arachnid, huh? Yeah. That's funny. Parasitic armor beast. I like that. Now I'm curious. I'll have to find what Sure, yeah. Touche. Yeah. I'll have to I'm sure that there's some breakdown somewhere, maybe even on cutting room floor or something that kind of gives you a literal translation of what their subtitles are. Well done, Link. Back to this music, huh? I love it, man. I found it, you know, kind of very ominous as a kid. I mean, and really, this is a screwed up situation. Link has lived a peaceful life, you know, up until this point. They've had the Deku tree as their, you know, protector god, protecting deity. And suddenly he gets summoned to go talk to the tree, you know. At the same time, he's getting his fairy, and she's telling him how he needs to be in a hurry. And then, yeah, he's learning that this guardian spirit is dying. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now, I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Yes or no? What if we say no? I forgot what his text is. Link, are you in a hurry? Have you got to use the bathroom? No, no, Link. Thou must know my time is short. Now, listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. That's funny. They pulled off such a cool atmosphere with, you know, with for being an early-ish 3D game, you know. I just feel like they did such a good job with simple elements, you know. It's an incredibly atmospheric game. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerous powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce.
Give me a hell yeah!
Which contains the essence of the gods. Now, I love this lore scene. I'm going to shut up and enjoy it. Like, look at this time before time that they're in. Yeah, it's so surreal. love this, the rocks and lightning everywhere. Familiar territory, huh? The cinematography is so, I don't know, it's so good. And then showing them returning. Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite scenes in any video game. I don't know. It's very simple, but again, I can't think of a better word than atmospheric. How's that for some lore too? That's my Triforce lore. Okay, I don't care whatever came after this game. I don't give a shit. That's how it is. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Very cool rendition of that. This time we get the full choir, you know? Or at least a MIDI version. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Is that a tree pun? Sapped his power? Because of that curse, my end is nigh.
No. No, man.
Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me.
Video game trauma.
I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Man, he's like, as he's about to go out, he's just happy that he was able to get these words out and tell Link of where he needs to go, you know? This is his, like, dying wish, essentially. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou will surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you. The stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. No worries, Balfar. That's funny. Hey guys, what's your favorite spiritual stone? I gotta admit, I don't know that. I like the first one. I like Kokiri's Emerald. What a beautiful shade of green. The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi the fairy, help Link to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye.
not fair.
The like, you know, instantly just turning gray. Just, oh man. Navi also like, you know, focusing on the mission here, but then, of course, turning around to get one last goodbye in. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Goodbye, great Deku tree. Yeah, it's this right here. One last turn back. Yeah, right. Yeah, I thought he'd never shut up. You know what's cool? I didn't point it out, but Link is sitting down at the end of that lore. You know, he sat down for the two stories about, you know, the evil man from the desert, and then of course the Hyrule creation story. I really like the sort of red leaf question mark organic matter that flies down as he perishes. As the great Deku tree goes to the big grove in the sky. And now Mito's like, what'd you do? Oh my god. I wish they would let us answer if we killed him. The yes or no there. Just, I don't know, another little dialogue. Hey, Link, what did you do? What'd you do? The great Deku tree? Did he die? How could you do a thing like that? How could you do a thing like that? Where's the intonation in that? How could you do a thing like that? A thing like that? It's all your fault. Walks away. Did you kill him? Yes or no? Doesn't believe you either way. Alright. So Mito's pissed. Everyone here doesn't know the evil that's about to, you know, befall the whole world. They get to still just live in their nice, safe Kokiri forest. Hi, Francisco. Welcome. I always thought it was interesting some of the dialogue change after the Deku tree dies, because most don't acknowledge it, but you get people like, hey, where are you going? You know, her... Whoops, I skipped her first part again. What? Where are you going? To the castle? Where's the castle? You know, how did you know that I was going to the castle? Rather, Link told you that just now, but how did you know that I was going somewhere, not just running around? And this guy here can't be bothered to try to stop us. I think they're all just stunned. They lost their guardian deity. We Kokiri will die if we leave the forest. You're not gonna try to leave the forest, are you? Alright, I think it's time. Let's go get an ocarina. Ah! Just appears, apparates out of the forest fog. Oh, you're leaving. If you listen carefully, you can hear Link do the like turnaround animation there. You can hear the that you know, of his feet as he turns around. I knew that you would leave the forest someday, Link. Because you're different from me and my friends. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? She's got a heck of a jawline there. I want you to have this ocarina. Please, take good care of it. I want you to have this peach-colored, you know, the Parvinator flesh-colored ocarina. predator Yeah, he did run right past her, and then she just appears. Well, she wasn't there, actually. That's part of why he looks shocked, you know. She's already practicing to be a sage right now. All right, we got the fairy ocarina. A memento from Saria. Saria. You can play different notes with A and the 4 C buttons. Press B to quit playing or to start your song over again. I always thought it's funny how he, like, takes off in a couple of times after talking to people, you know, like full speed running. When you play my ocarina, I hope that you'll think of me and come back to the forest to visit. Link never was good at goodbyes, you know? Better to just sprint away. Hotel bar soap, yeah. Alright, well before Kepora Gebora tries to chat our ear off, I better get a little break in. Find a tree out here in Hyrule Field to do my business. Oh, it's funny. You could see like a little bit of the breakup kind of just above that tunnel there. There was like a little horizontal line kind of showing. I don't think I've noticed that before. All right, guys, we're going to get us a break in. The game is rolling. I'm going to make sure I save right now. We're all saved up. And yeah, in a little bit, we'll be talking to our owl buddy. I'm glad you guys are here. Happy Monday. Sorry I had a late start today. We're rolling though. I think, I don't know how long I can stream for tonight, but we'll at least go talk to Zelda and do the setup for Dodongo's Cavern. We'll see if we get in there and do that tonight. I'm not sure. The thing is, we're going to be playing this thing all week. Tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. I'm off on Wednesday. But I'm glad you guys are here. Happy Monday. Goodbye, great Deku tree. Let's get a break. I'll see you guys back here in a little bit. See you soon.
Ah, dang it, Bobby.
Zelda fans. How you doing, guys? Welcome. Man, I love it when I don't think I necessarily tried intentionally, but hey, the music matches the part of the game we're going into. All right. Good stuff. All right, well, let's drop back in. Beep, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Rotating Triforce behind me. Dude. I know for a long time there were rumors about how you could get the Triforce in this game. The whole Triforce, and nothing but the Triforce. Ho ho ho! It appears that the time has finally come for you to start your adventure.
I'm a man! I'm 40!
You will encounter many hardships ahead. That is your fate. Don't feel discouraged even during the toughest times. Go straight this way and you will see Hyrule Castle. You'll meet a princess there. If you are lost and don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you've explored will be shown on the map. Press start to enter the subscreens and Z or R to find the map. On the map subscreen, you'll also see a flashing dot showing you which way you should go next. Did you get all that? All right then, I'll see you around. Hoot 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 hoo! Hoot 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 ho! Some cool official art for Gebora as well. Okay, I don't like to do the whole hop backwards thing, but to get to Hyrule Castle on time... Let me turn this down. I forgot that I cranked it up some earlier. To get to Hyrule Castle on time, I will roll. Get us in there before nightfall this time. I remember that first time that I watched someone do a speed run or something. I know, right? I think it's a tried and true tradition to tell him that you do want to hear that. I might have gone a little slow. We're in. We're in, baby. Oh, God. Ah! All right, let's break a bunch of pots. This guy, what is he guarding? Yeah, I mean, I know he's here to, like, you know, protect the castle town and whatnot, but you would think he'd have something to say about me breaking all these pots. It's a tried and true position to let tradition to let him talk over and over again and not pay attention to what he's asking you at the end, you know. Do 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 do. This seems familiar, Palpa. Can you remind me what happens when you do that? Of course, I got a sculpture over here. We got that. I'm just talking right through it. Alright, Link. See what this guy has to say. I don't talk to him often enough. Man, I'm so tired. The night watch is so boring. I wish some ghosts would come out or something. Hey, I'm really interested in ghosts. And I may very well become one someday. Studying them is a hobby of mine. But you never know. The time might come when that kind of knowledge might be useful. Or at least a ghost wrangler. I think I've triggered that before. Yeah, maybe you walk up the you know, the side there where the chains are. It seems like it's taking forever for dawn to come. The view of Hyrule Castle in the morning sun is so fantastic. Doo-be-da, doo-be-doo. Doo-dee-doo. Follow me, cute doggy. I'll take you home. Follow me, cute doggy. Oh, whoops. I started to go to the right one, and I was like, wait. Oh, and I lost our dog friend, too. Doggone it. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, I took him the long way, too, to even get there, and then... Do-do-do-do. Richard! This is my little Richard. Man, they wrong for that. Throwing the little Richard reference in. You got a piece of heart. Collect 4 pieces total to get another heart container. I think I often wait until after the stuff with Malon to do this one, but figured, why not? Welcome back, Ichigo. Glad you're here.
Come on, this affects all of us, man. They're basic freedoms.
Okay, well, I will do the... I'll talk to Malon real quick and... Oh, that's funny. The West Wing. I haven't watched a whole lot of that, but I had a friend back in the day who was really into it. Are you going through the series Ichigo, or you just kind of... Was it a one-off? It seems kind of quaint nowadays, you know? Okay, yeah, just catching one. I like the dog that's following us now, too. Hey, your clothes. They're different. You're not from around here, are you? I didn't say bad, just different. Oh, you're a fairy boy from the forest. My name is Malon. My dad owns Lon Lon Ranch. Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk, and he hasn't come back yet. I guess she will make her sound a little country. Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk, and he hasn't come back yet. I lost it at the end there, but milk. Oh, this one was a tearjerker, huh? Oh, I haven't watched much. It's been around a little bit when I've been around it some, but I haven't watched it myself. You can't do this one, huh, until you get bombs. Or, oh, maybe actually you can. Oh. I'll wait a little bit. Do. That's a good question, Palpuck. Do. One of the things I like about this game that I picked up on that first, you know, maybe like the second playthrough, was going to visit some of the locations for the first time at a different time of day than what I did previously, and you know, kind of noticing the atmospheric difference. Or it's cool seeing the castle at night. Of course, you know, you missed the there's no music, just the sound effects and stuff around here. Princess is inside the castle just ahead. Be careful not to get caught by the guards. Ho ho ho! Woo! On this ground, time flows normally, but time stands still while you're in Lon Lon Ranch or in a town. Wait, what is Lon Lon Ranch? Sir, I haven't even been there.
You know, you can stop at any point and reset your day.
Especially with the Sun Song, you can reset your day. If you want time to pass normally, you'll need to leave town. Well, well, which way are you going to go now? Hoo hoo hoot! Do you want to hear what I said again? Everyone just like skipping through it. Oh, sure. I hate that they put yes at the top. You know, over the years, some people's complaints with this game center around people trying to play the game quickly. Often speedrunning. And I think that those complaints can just be dismissed outright, because that's their problem. Doo-doo-doo. Dude, that's not the game's fault. You're trying to break it wide open and beat it super fast. Navi talking to you at the beginning, you know, in the first dungeon. You don't have to be speedrunning for that to be annoying, but I feel like that's maybe who complains about it the most. Are you going to the castle, fairy boy? Would you mind finding my dad? Wait, are you going to the castle, fairy boy? Would you mind finding my dad? He must have fallen asleep somewhere around the castle. What a thing for an adult to do. Tee-hee. Oh yeah, if you look for him, I'll give this to you. I've been incubating this egg very carefully. Tee-hee. All right. Got ourselves a weird egg. Doo-doo-doo. Scooby-Doo. So you can go talk to that guard down at the gate, and he'll just be like, nah, you're not getting in. I always like jumping down here, too. For no reason other than... it's fun. Also, you can see this guard from the other side. Like, neener, neener, neener. Of course, you could just, you know, jump off the roof there. If we had bombs, we could go meet a great fairy. Huh, dead end, you say. Okay. Damn. I'm never going to come back to this part in the game again, then. I'm kind of taking a weird angle, I think. There we go. Oh, yeah. Right. I knew if I sit down, I was like to crush the thing. You know, it's an egg, and it's real delicate. Yeah. It's incredible, Link Petrus. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? You know, often when people review games, especially as they get older, you'll hear about the you'll hear about, like, is it nostalgia? Everyone just likes this because of nostalgia talking. I think this remake has stirred up a lot of talk about that as well, and I've been seeing things like a younger generation could not play this game, or oh, they wouldn't like it, and things like that, which I don't really think that that's the case. I get that it would, you know, there'd be some things in it that they would you know, that they would be you know, like that they would have to work out just as we did back then, or could feel weird, especially with all the games that have come since then. But oh, I've never shot the torches. I don't think. Mumble mumble. Welcome. Our ranch is so fun. Come on and look around. What a handsome guy here. He's got his like his model pose too. Oh, look at his Bowser brooch. He's got he's got like a Bowser bolo tie looking thing. I don't know that I've ever seen that or noticed that before. That's not something specific to this like 1.2 version, is it? Maybe I just never I never checked it out. Still finding things to this day. The Z button basically being like R2 and L2 on this controller is a little strange. It's going to take some getting used to. They do, Nick, yeah. It looks good. We're playing this on the Retro Tink, and yeah, we're the full 1080p, baby. Looks good. What in tarnation? Still has his eyes closed. Can a person get a little shut-eye around here? Then he finally opens the eyes up to look at Link. I love that you use the... They just call it a chicken here, don't they? Yeah, I love that you use the chicken to wake him up. Yeah, that's a good question, Palpuck. Who is the Link of Mario's world? Look how hairy he is, too. I can relate, you know. He's got a little more hair than I do, though. Sir, could you please move? I'm trying to move a box here so I can sneak into the castle and talk to the princess. Hello, and who might you be? Yep, I'm Talon, the owner of Lon Lon Ranch. I went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I sat down here to rest, and I guess I fell asleep. Nani? Malon was looking for me? I'm gonna catch holy hell from her now. Man, I messed up bad, leaving Malon behind to wait for me. She's really gonna let me have it. Koopa the Quick. Okay, that's Luigi. Yeah. I like her. Yeah, that's... I hadn't thought about Koopa the Quick. That's... Hey, you know, I could see that. By the time I get the boxes moved, it'll be daytime again, so we can get inside. Well, thanks for hanging, guys. I know I got a late start today. I'll probably go until like, 10:30 Eastern time and wrap it up. Just because, you know, again, I don't want to go too late on this first day here. Love the Triforce here. This, you know, they use that to decorate the, like, the sewage question. Oh, just a little too close there, Link. Oh my god. I wonder where we'll find the princess in this big old castle. Yeah, so if you go in before the sun rises, you've got these guys guarding. Oh, that angle. Man, they don't see anything, huh? They're just hanging out. I want to take these opportunities too. I gotta like some of the dialogue I haven't seen in a long time, and dumb things like this. We should do, even though it takes some time. Look at the bike, the like bicycle shorts on these guys. You gotta have some good legs to be a Hylian guard. Royals don't poop. Just the fountain. You know, it's funny because they must just have the one dark, you know, it didn't look anywhere close to daytime when we came in here, but of course it was like a couple minutes before sunrise. If you put your shield up, they'll never see you. Get a little bunched up there, guys. I know I'm not the only person who... I mean, they put the staircase here, so you would think that this would be the best way. But you can get yourself into some trouble trying to walk on this, just fall right down. Look at this awesome statue. You know, I was gonna mention earlier, just with the game and because you have the remake coming out soon, I think it's kind of kicked up a lot of talk about like, oh, you know, necessary changes to the game, and again, a lot of talk about younger generations. Essentially, they're not going to play this old version. They would need to be, you know, they'd need to significantly update this or that in order for, you know, it to be enjoyed by a modern audience. And but the talk about like nostalgia and whether or not you can you know, whether a game is good or not, is it just the nostalgia talking, is you just remember it more fondly? I'll just say I don't care. Like, it doesn't, it's inseparable. If you played a lot of these games and you played them during, you know, core periods of your childhood or adolescence, whatever, it doesn't, who cares? Like, it's, I can't take the nostalgia out of it, so that's like a total non-factor for me, but I still think the games are really enjoyable. And people do play this stuff and for the first time, and at least, even if they can find things frustrating because they've played more modern games and they, you know, many of which are based off of lessons learned from this game and other kind of pioneering 3D games, then I don't know. I feel that it's overblown when people get into that. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care, you know? You can't tell me that it's a bad game, or that it's literally unplayable at this day and age, because I don't know, I just think that's... It's like an argument that's totally in a vacuum for many of us who can't take the nostalgia out, you know? Oh. Give me my rupee. Yeah, I know, and I think at this point, I really think it'll mostly be the graphical and, you know, the audio-visual upgrade, you know, kind of like the Star Fox treatment. Like how he peeks out. Hey, you, don't cause any trouble. And he just tosses a bomb into the princess's courtyard. Alright, your first time in the game hearing the Zelda's Lullaby. I like the little tiny grass here. Oh yeah, we should take a little time to see the portraits in here. Yeah, you see Yoshi. Looking very much like the Yoshi story Yoshi, huh? Damn. I can see a little bit better before I do top C. Oh, my eyes are getting all dried out. Or is it just the nostalgia? Peach, and then a bewinged Mario, and you got Bowser. Luigi, is that it? Yeah. That's great. I don't know if I always catch the Luigi. I'm usually kind of seeing stuff from this side. That's funny. Ganondorf is somewhere on the other side of this wall. Entreating with the king right now. And Silver-tongued Devil's probably telling him, oh, I can't wait for the great Gerudo Valley and Hyrule will be great allies for 1,000 years. I was noticing the like tiny, you know, looks like the same grass that of course you see a bigger version of. Yeah, I mean, you're in the core part of the castle at this point, right? And you've got the these great portraits. All right. Let's go present our chicken to the princess. What in tarnation? It looks like this item doesn't work here. See, now Link gets to be the creeper, like Saria, you know, just kind of popping up out of nowhere. Hey, what you looking at? They show Ganondorf like peek around the corner. The child Zelda. It's just such a cool little model too. Very well done. I don't know what you call it, but you know, this like piece she has in her head here. I always thought that was cool with the purplish and blue stripe. Definitely the fanciest looking, you know, Hylian we've come across so far. And it almost looks like I don't know, she's got a little bit of like a nun's habit, I guess. Is that the term I was going for? Something along those lines. Freeze! Impa is like back there protecting us. Oh, like okay. When he swallows Zelda. Who? Who are you? How did you get past the guards? You know, I'm that guy. Oh? What's that? I like how the words come up, is that? You know, there's a little space between them. Is that a fairy? Then are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest, would you? That green and shining stone? Do you have it? Guts. Huh? Very anime, huh? Huh? Nani? Oh, that's odd. I thought you might be the one from my dream. You really don't have it? Tell me the truth. Do you have it? Just as I thought. I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. Do, 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 do. Where are my sound effects? I don't know.
I have a dream.
In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds, and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. I know this is a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I love the head bowing and the eyes kind of narrowing, coming up. I am Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What's your name? Yeah, she's got a great garden. Link. I named the file Zelda a couple times just to have her say Zelda. It sounds somewhat familiar. Strange. It sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, Link. I'm gonna tell you the secret of the sacred realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Please keep this a secret from everyone, okay? Or no-K. Come on, don't be a blabbermouth. I love the disappointment, man. A lot of emotion in this model. Please keep this a secret from everyone. The legend goes like this. Lore, 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 lore. The three goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. The power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been told. So, the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. It's cool starting on the sky and then, you know, moving this camera down. A very dynamic camera. Through the flowers. The golden Doritos. Those golden sacred Doritos. Yeah, right. Yeah, this camera guy is a creep. He's, you know what this is? This is the reality TV shot when two of the participants go off to like have a little side chat. Maybe they're forming an alliance, or you know, they've got some shit to work through, and supposedly they're off, you know, they're getting some privacy with a camera there and totally mic'd up. There's a guy with a boom mic, you know, over him. I've watched too much RuPaul's Drag Race over the years. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. I always bug my wife because I'll be like commenting on the I can't watch reality TV without doing some level of like meta criticism of the production and the things we're supposed to believe are like real situations, or like, I mean, having been on the other side of the you know, behind the camera, I think like I just can't not think about the production at all times. But the entrance is, my wife loves that, by the way. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. And in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time. Did you understand well the story I just told you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at storytelling. That's right. The Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the sacred realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. And in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time. The Ocarina of Time. Hey, Pokemon came out in the West, 1998. That's great. I have this fan on and I swear, I'll let you know when I'm crying, but yeah, I'm so dried out from this fan, but it's really hot today. That's great. I forgot to tell you. I was spying through this window just now at the guy that's going to go on to be the final boss. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds. I believe they symbolize that man in there. Will you look through the window at him? She's got a great deal of insight about this dream, you know? She's spot on with the interpretation. Block hands. Can you see the man with the evil eyes? And the big schnoz? Yeah, Ganondorf couldn't even put a comb through his hair before he met the king, huh? I feel like that's a total power move. That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. Gerudos? They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I'm sure he's not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man. I'm gonna see if I can... I know it'll like vibrate on this part if you have the rumble pack, but I'm like, have I been getting the rumble features? He's about to turn and... Where's my rumble? What happened? Did he see you? That's okay. He doesn't know what we're planning yet. Don't worry. He doesn't have any idea what we're planning yet. See, more cool camera work here. We're in the flowers. Yes. I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. Her worried look right now. Just wide-eyed and, you know, the frown she's got. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it. And he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world. Link, now we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please. Okay, or I don't believe you. I've got a little bit of space cut off here. I need to... I'll do some adjusting. The next couple screens. I can see a little more of that triangle on my end. The triangle that's currently kind of breaking up a little bit with its... There's like a little sprite, a little bar moving around. A few pixels. I don't believe you. Aw. They do, Ichiko, yeah. She's got some sharp ears. Please believe me. My prophecies have never been wrong. They did, man. I mean, look at that. Look how far they come off her face. Each one of them is like half the width of her face, you know. Please. Okay. Thank you. More flower cinematography. I'm afraid. I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such terrifying power. But it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and then defeat him. Yeah, when she's facing towards us, it just looks like, you know, one triangle, one polygon. One more thing. Take this letter. I'm sure it'll be helpful to you. You received Zelda's letter. Wow, this letter has Princess Zelda's autograph. Set it to C and show it with C. I love some of the dumb little jokes of this, you know, this narrator. On the select item subscreen, you can set it to left, down, or right. Did she write on the inside of this thing? Because that looks empty. It looks blank to me. I didn't call it out, but there's before that, they sort of have her a little bit off the screen as she's like doing this motion, you know, of writing the letter. I always thought that was cool as a kid. Some of the tricks that they would do to not have to show like her holding a letter and a quill or something, you know. Invisible ink, yeah. Well, we do get laughed at by the guy at the gate to, you know, Death Mountain, so. My attendant will guide you out of the castle. Don't be afraid to talk to her, even if she looks a little intimidating. All right, before the words Dami Mommy were ever uttered, there was Impa. Do, 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 do. He's got some cool eyes. Hey, Rhizone, welcome, buddy. Do, 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 do. I'm dropping my control. Wow. That'll break it in a little bit. I am Impa of the Sheikahs. I am responsible for protecting Princess Zelda. Everything is exactly as the princess foretold. You are a courageous boy. You are heading out on a big new adventure, aren't you? My role in the princess's dream was to teach a melody to the one from the forest. This is an ancient melody passed down by the royal family. I've played this song for Princess Zelda as a lullaby ever since she was a baby. There is mysterious power in these notes. Now, listen carefully. Is she just whistling? Just doing the 2-finger whistle. Play using A and C. I was like just right off the bat getting it wrong. Just like, man, can this really be the child of destiny? Oh yeah, right. So yeah, well, you know, it was quite a glow up for Impa, you know, this version. Even, you know, compared to like the old crone, like it was sort of like, you know, fantasy trope, like old crone in the original Zelda game. Or, you know, in the like little artwork, the sort of manga that accompanied the first game. Yeah. Falpa. Put a little vibrato on it. Man, that's the first time Link has ever made a sound on his ocarina. He just knocked it out of the park. The wide-eyed stare. You've learned Zelda's lullaby. If the castle soldiers find you, there will be trouble. Let me lead you out of the castle. Yeah. She had a little piece of grass in her pocket, pulled it out. It does show her kind of, like when I was a kid, I wondered if she had some kind of like mouth harp or something, you know, because it doesn't necessarily look like she pulls something out of a pocket, but it does, she kind of, you know, comes up, but then, you know, of course they're trying to not show much detail so they don't have to animate it, but they just kind of put the hand in front of the mouth. But I think as a kid, I thought she was pulling out some kind of, you know, instrument or something. You brave lad, we must protect this beautiful land of Hyrule. Take a good look at that mountain. That is Death Mountain, home of the Gorons. They hold the spiritual stone of fire. Sounds like a lovely place, Death Mountain. At the foot of Death Mountain, you'll find my village, Kakariko. That is where I was born and raised. Man, in between a runny nose and Burp City over here, I'm having some trouble. I'm struggling. You should talk to some of the villagers there before you go up Death Mountain. The song I just taught you has some mysterious power. Only royal family members are allowed to learn this song. Remember, it will help to prove your connection with the royal family. The princess is waiting for you to return to the castle with the stones. The rolling stones. All right, we're counting on you. Ninja disappearing. Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, I'm curious what all they'll do with it, you know? Does it get the Star Fox 64 treatment, essentially, with just being the audio-visual upgrade? That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Just with... You know, I mean, I wish that it were like a... more of a reimagining, I guess, if we had to compare it to another kind of remake or something. It's kind of in the vein of what they did with Final Fantasy VII. You know, in some ways, with it not just trying to be like a one-for-one remake of everything. But, we'll come back. I'll come back to Lon Lon. Boo-dee-doo, Scooby-Doo-be-doo. Yeah, I would normally go to Lon Lon after that, or even sometimes before, you know, before seeing Zelda. Or I could never touch Lon Lon Ranch until I've got like the boomerang and everything, everything you need. Yeah. I would usually hit Lon Lon before this, but got on a roll. Should we help with some Kukos? It's cool seeing Death Mountain up here, you know. I love how it looks, you know, before you do the fire temple and the reddish smoke around it, fog, clouds. Whoops. I'm doing everything out of my usual order, but that's okay. Oh, that's no, that's funny, Rhizone. Chicken VTuber, huh? That's funny. You know, Zombie Anton has some great Majora's Mask stuff that some great animations that he made that play for he has you know, the like dawn of the first day, and then that text of, like, you know, dawn of the blank day, whatever comes up, and it's he has that for his, like, he usually streams on a timer, I guess at like a set amount of time, 3 hours or whatever. So whenever it goes off, it's yeah, it's just, whoops, what am I doing? It's just funny to you know, see be reminded of how much time is left on the stream and everything. I always thought that was a cool touch. Sure, we'll go check in on the chicken VTuber sometime. Ding, ding. We got Kukos running everywhere. But when Anton's stream closes, he has the moon crashing down. Whoopsie. Didn't mean to do all that. Oh, nice. Those randomizers are crazy. That's one of the combined ones across the two games. It's just nuts. That's really impressive. It's like so many chests. It's just funny to think of some chest that would be like, you know, I don't know, 5 rupees or something, but that's got your hook shot in it or something. I got the one that was on top of the next to the windmill, right? Yeah, totally. Exactly, Ichigo. Yeah, as many times as I played it, most of which were as a kid, you know, it's like, man, you know, I certainly don't... Yeah, it's another level of knowledge you have to do those speedruns. I said speedruns, but I know some of them are speedruns, but just randomizers in general. I think that would be a fun way to mix it up with this game, but I do really love playing vanilla. And I also, you know, I don't know, maybe this sounds kind of dumb, but because even though I've played a lot of this game, a part of me is afraid to do too much outside of vanilla playthroughs just because I don't want the game to ever feel old, and these days I like to put time between the playthroughs. I don't know. That's probably like a little too precious, you know, but I don't know. Oh yeah. Bye-bye, chicken. Can they go down the well? I don't know if I've ever Done that for my... Oh yeah, you can't... They'll fly like straight up, don't they? Like when they hit the water. I've had... You know, T-Roy isn't the only one that has mentioned that, like, the fastest way to sort of lose the magic of a game is to speedrun it. And that's not just a speed joke there, but, you know, it's the fastest way. Well, yeah, like, you know, as a kid, I could finish a playthrough of this and then go right into the next one. What do we got? One more? Yeah. But, you know, now of course I usually put a year or more in between playthroughs. Sometimes, you know, bigger gaps than that, a few years, but... And this is not, you know, everyone should play the games how they want to and everything. I don't mean to, I'm just saying what works for me, you know. But I don't know. I can still get it. I don't want to ever stop and not... I should say, I don't ever want to stop smelling the roses in this game. Same with Majora's Mask. I want to, you know, still take it in and not be worried about time, and also just not having seen some of the same stuff, you know, so many times when you're doing countless speedruns and stuff. Thank you for finding my Kukos. I have allergies, so I get goosebumps when I touch them. For helping me, I'll give this to you. It's fine glass and should be useful. Please take good care of it. Gooey. Oh man. Yeah, that's a... You've got a deep follow list, Rhizone. Yeah, mine's kind of big. Sometimes it is frustrating when I can't find someone who's on. Or I miss people sometimes. That's a lot of show mores. All right, you know, I don't have too much more time. I know it's getting late for some of you guys too, but... Yeah, I know. You know, I feel like Mario 64 is a game I could play more, like, I could do... I would like to try, like, a 16-star run of that sometime. But I also, like... I love that game. But and I still notice a lot of small details in it, but it's not as atmospheric as this game. It's not... The details aren't as plentiful, really, you know. Oh, the kid's here, yeah. Not gonna be able to move the graves. I'll wait till nighttime. But yeah, but yeah. What I'm saying, Ichigo, is the game has no magic. Mario 64 has no magic to start with, so I don't have to be afraid of losing the magic, right? No. Ichigo's got a steam coming out of his ears right now. No, I don't know. For whatever reason, I feel like I'm sure I'd come to get annoyed by vanilla playthroughs if I speedran anything, but you dirty rat. But I do feel like I could you know, I do feel like I could possibly try some speedruns of that, you know. That's our chicken tuber, Rhizone? Yeah. True. Well, I think that this is one of the games that I would be, like, best equipped to speedrun. Just because, although I don't know every little chest everywhere, and I can't 100% the game. Some of the sculptulas I still every now and then have to look up, you know. I know where most of them are, and I can try to get as many out of my memory as I might print a checklist or something. I've done that before. There's also a checklist, a great one that's in like a Excel spreadsheet or a Google Sheets or something that I've shown you guys before from maybe Count Chocula, I think is the name of it. But yeah, that is to say, I can't find all the you know, Skulltulas. There's a few that I usually have to have my memory jogged on, you know, but my memory jogged. It's a weird wording, but yeah. I have found them all before a few times, but you know, I think I'd probably end up forgetting something if I tried to 100% it. But that being said, I feel like this and like Mario 64 would be some of the games I could be like most speedrun ready. This is Link. He's under my orders to... I'm more interested in a randomizer without the speedrunning aspect. I would just say that. I don't want to... I don't know that I really want to speedrun this one. The randomizer, you know... I know that they're not, you know, mutually exclusive, but... Yeah, that's really helpful. Honestly, with that, I probably get them all, Palpuck. But yeah, you get that Skulltula stamp on the map next to the place name. What kind of funny game has our princess come up with now? Okay, all right, you can go now. Just be careful, Mr. Hero. Wah! Real funny. You know, the right price, Captain Nemo. No, just kidding. 300. Yeah. I'll do one someday. I think the next playthrough I do of this one should be a three heart run. I've never done one of those. I always wanted to. If you're going to climb Death Mountain, you should equip a proper shield. It is an active volcano after all. If you go back to Hyrule Castle Town Market, you should check out the bazaar. They sell the shield you need there. Or you can get one for free. Tell them I sent you and they should give you a special discount. If you think you're good to go already, don't worry about it. Now, I'd like to ask a favor of you. No, I don't expect you to do it just because of the great tip I just gave you. I'm just asking. This lazy son of a bitch can't find the time to go check out the Happy Mask Shop. Just opened in the Hyrule Castle Town Market. Everyone's talking about it. My little boy pesters me for a popular mask, but I don't have time to go there. So could you go and get the mask for me next time you're in the market? If you don't feel like it, that's okay. I guess to be fair, he does stay at his station 24/7, so... Well, I have no choice. This is my job. Sigh. Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I bet those are tough, Rhizome. Oh, man. I'm probably going to wrap it up soon. I might... I'm doing everything out of order. Right, for his kid, and then he just proceeds to wear it. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll go talk to Darunia and just get that started. Although, you can even go... You don't even have to do that. You just can come to him with the song, huh? Maybe it's time I wrap it up. I've done some things out of order here, but that's okay. The camera freaking out. Well, let's go get the Hylian shield, and we'll go get some Skulltulas here in town, and then I think I'll wrap that up. Do 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 do. Thanks for hanging, guys. This is gonna be a fun playthrough. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm already having a good time. I did, yeah. Kind of early last year I played Majora's Mask. I think the last time I played this game on stream for you guys, I did do one playthrough myself last year, but I think the last time I played it on stream I was seeing 2024, like end of 2024, and some clips, some old clips that I found. That I'm gonna try to get those like working. Maybe have that play during a BRB or something. Oh, maybe I was just... Yeah, I don't know, Captain Nemo. Maybe I was just reading something. I derped out. God, my eyes are all dried out. This game just gets me crying. We are Captain Nemo on this blessed day. Yeah, it's this. You can kind of get stuck right there with climbing up and getting hit. There's the one at the tree at the front. Here's the disgusting guy. Century for a century. At least, you know, before Hyrule was overtaken by Ganondorf's army, at least he got to enjoy that mask, you know. Hey, Pinky. Yeah, it feels like home, doesn't it? How are you, Pinky? Welcome. Let's see, there's the one that's on the back of the Skulltula house, right? Convenient. I wish I hadn't gotten such a late start. We could keep this rolling for a while, but alas. Exploding boxes. I love Dompe. I love how Dompe, the grave digger, doesn't care at all that you move the graves. You desecrate these graves. Yet the little kid is like, you know, ready to snitch on you. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that. I'll tell Dompe. Hylian shield. Gonna be a little bit big for the kid. Oh, stylish. You know, this game came out shortly before I would enter middle school, and I gotta say that there were some laughs, some cheap laughs, granted. Just doing this motion here. You know, most people... It's just, well, it's a talent most people don't have. And a gift. Yeah, I think it requires quite a gift as well. Yeah, there's... Always good for a laugh. At least when I was in middle school. Maybe still now. Who knows? Let's see. Can I try something here? Alright. Yeah. Grave robber. Well, the thing was, you know, the thing is, so was I, you know, when that... when I found that really funny. That's not the one I wanted. So was I. In fact, we can just do, Yeah, it was funny up until probably like 2020, 2021 or something. No. Any such jokes are in the context of being Link's age when I'm first playing this game, so. This is awesome. Look at a Poe hanging out back there. I love that quick shot of Link. Wood explosion name. Ding, 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 ding. It is Pingy. I think it's not talked. Well, you know, in a game where every asset has been dissected, I don't see enough praise for the cinematography in this game. Honestly, all jokes aside, it really adds a lot to the game and to the cutscenes. I also really appreciate that the cutscenes, you know, compared to a lot of the stuff that you would see on the PS1, were of course rendered in the actual engine of the game. I think for the time, all the shit I took about, oh, the Nintendo 64's graphics suck, you know, from the PlayStation kids, especially this one little DB at my church, you know, it was like, yeah, okay, well, pre-rendered cutscenes, you know, versus having to block it all out and figure out the camera work in the game's engine. It's really cool. And you get, you know, like playing those early GTA games and stuff, you can get some really funny effects from that kind of thing. Yeah, I think we'd have... Well, yeah, we can hit that on the way out and get our gift. Royal families too. Whoops. It's getting rusty. There's one over here on the right. Z target. Helps us see in the dark. Oh. Do. Oh, I'm not quite sure actually, Rhizone. Maybe the Yahoo, you know. I don't know, I'm just another Yahoo over here. Captain Nemo can be cryptic with his references sometimes. Those who break into the royal tomb will be obstructed by the lurkers in the dark. I'm gonna make a video game music-centered band called Lurkers in the Dark. Alright, Link, skip over the green nastiness. Yahoo! Hi, Link! Maybe that's what he... Maybe it was a deep cut reference to, Saria. The first word spoken. Oh yeah, I gotta bounce soon. Just look at the time. Oh, whoops. You just want to read this. This poem is dedicated to the memory of the dearly departed members of the royal family. Link just wanted to play a joyful tune here, you know? Okay, the sweeping of the camera across the text here. The rising sun will eventually set. A newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun. Give peaceful rest to the living dead. Yeah, time is just a construct, huh? I love her. This is an interesting poem, huh? Wow, sounds deep. Something is inscribed on the tombstone. Don't try to play this. You're gonna have a hard time with Just 4 staff lines. It's the secret melody of the Composer Brothers. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Everybody yahoos. Bunch of yahoos. Yahoo! You've learned the Sun Song. Well, I think that might be enough for tonight. Of course, if we save here, it'll bring us back to Kokiri Forest, which is kind of nice because then we can go talk to Saria. Restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the Sun Song. Restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the Sun Song. Wow, good stuff. I'm a good rapper.
Down with Zelda.
Oops. Looked away for a second. Had a link in the muck.
Give me a hell yeah!
Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yeah, you could go get a bug at this point and get the, there's, easy to obtain bugs out here. I'd like to apologize to my bladder. I owe you one. Just pull through this one for me. Oops. Yep, sharp and flat. Got the brothers here. The Composer Brothers. Flat the Younger. They have some text too when you defeat them. Don't die on me now, Link. Hey, Tigress. I'll let you out in a little bit. Can't Z-target them, huh? Oh, you can. They come back. Thanks for letting her out. Hey, the door's open right now. You can leave. Thanks, Ichigo. That took a while to come through. Yeah, you killed me. Huh? Oh, it's you. Did you try to play the Sun Song? Like I told you before, with that song you can turn day to night or night to day whenever you want. He didn't tell us that before, but... I mean, maybe in the epitaph, but... When you're in darkness, that song should bring the sun's light to you. You should try it. Oh yeah, we can whack him with the Deku stick. Flat's got it. Okay, I was about to say, Flat's around here somewhere. He doesn't want that Deku stick again. He was... oh no. Flying backwards. You killed me. Huh? Oh, it's you. Okay, blah, blah. When you're in darkness, that song should bring the sun's light to you. You should try it. So disrespectful. Sorry. I didn't mean to skip your text there, buddy. I think there's some bugs back where this grass is over here. Or can be some bugs. Doo-wee-boo, Scooby-Doo-bee-oo. I know there's some outside too, like where that box is. I think there's even some back in the where the grave is. Yeah, oh, you know what, guys? I really should close out. I'm seeing the time now. Sorry. We'll come back for the bug and planting the bean and stuff in that one. Should be easy peasy. I'm right here, though, so I gotta talk to... This won't get us some... Yeah. I was about to say, this won't get us some bugs, will it? It seems familiar. I like how they hop around when they've been rescued. Hey! It is Ichigo. You know, sometimes we keep it open late for the Parvinator After Dark. Parvination After Dark, I should say, but... Whew, man, it's been hot today. It's supposed to be around 100 this week, so... We're gonna be sweating it out, playing some Zelda with you guys, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I got 99 rupees. All right, how about a, yeah, it's hot. Humid, too. Usually, you know, I've mocked the sentiment before when it's hot and I'm feeling grumpy, but, you know, usually it is more of a dry heat, that, like, if you can get into some extensive shade, and maybe if you have the grace of a breeze or something, then it's not so bad, but it actually... we had a little bit of unseasonable rain. It typically doesn't rain hardly any at all between, like, kind of, you know, end of winter into, until, like, you know, at the earliest, usually fall. And, yeah, we had a little bit of rain kind of overnight the other day, and it's just been kind of a little bit overcast, and yet really still really hot and muggy, you know, so... Yeah, I know. We do, Captain Nemo. You know, it is better. It is better, but yeah, sometimes when you're still, you know... on those days when it's like 100 or more, and it's just like scorching... sun, you know, no cloud in sight. I'm like, oh, oh, it's a dry heat. Oh, okay, you know, that just makes it so much easier. All right, well, when we restart the game, we'll be able to go to, we'll be able to, you know, catch up with Saria, learn a new song. Yeah, Captain Nemo, I heard about that. Is it, so at least, well, I should say I saw a picture on Reddit from maybe like yesterday or the day before. You got one rolling through right now? They look so gnarly. Seeing like a shot from far out of the giant dust storm coming in. And the haboob. What a great word, too. Yeah, I bet Tater's dealing with it as well. Probably drying people out, and I bet even inside it gets, you know, dry. And there were some winds in Southern California. There's what's known as the Santa Ana winds, and Joan Didion had this like pretty cool quote about, like, you know, it was, you know, just about all the like terrible things that happen as the Santa Ana winds blow in, and, you know, it's just, on a more practical note, anybody who suffers from sinus issues or anything like that, it's just this like hot wind, that, yeah, comes in off the desert and stuff, and it hot, really dry. And it's funny because when it's not hitting, you know, in those like seconds when the wind will just kick up, and it's just a matter of a couple seconds, you'll go from like feeling good, and then suddenly it's like someone opened the oven or something, you know, just like, or if you live in Phoenix or somewhere and you open the door and you step outside and you just feel that heat instantly. But it's really weird when you're already out and then you suddenly just get this dry wind out of nowhere, you know, really hot and dry. And, yeah. Oh, that's interesting, Rhizone. Hey, I like a little Steely Dan from time to time.
Kaboom!
I learned to play the Zelda games. All right, here we go. This has been a fun stream. Sorry, I'm a little sick myself, dealing with the sinus stuff today. And was your streamer acquaintance still running, Rhizone? We can go pay them a visit. Oh, you know what? I really do owe Cab Nemo one as well from a while back. I've been putting him off. And you too, Rhizo. Oh, man. Yeah, thank you for hanging, Ichiko. I don't have any new collage stuff, but I have something from, you know, when we played the Oracle games. It covers a lot of the Zelda stuff, but I can't stick around for too long anyway, but... Okay, man. I gotta stop doing these IOUs, you know. I owe both you and Rhizone one. Okay, I may be wrong, but I think the one to Cab Nemo goes a little further back. Rhizone, you wouldn't hate me, would you? Hopefully they stream often. I do want to visit a chicken VTuber. Sometime. All right. Let me write these down. Actually, I'm going to start a little note here while Goma does her thing behind me. Okay. Stream recommendations or raid Rex. Okay. All right, guys. I'll get you next time. I promise. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you mentioned Quill's TV earlier, but they're not the chicken VTuber, huh? The chicken streamer. All right. Well, either way, we can pay either a visit next time. Or if someone else is around. You know. I owe you one, buddy. All right, guys, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's go to the schedule. Thank you for hanging. I'm so glad we're playing this game again. Again, it's one of my favorites. I know for many of you, it's yours as well. This is, although I'd played a little bit of the previous Zelda games, this is the one that just blew the door wide open on the series for me. Yeah. Oh, man. Years of the memories of this game, and I'm ready to add some more with you guys. So thanks for hanging. This has been fun. Hey, if you're on YouTube, could you please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already? I'm going to get out of here. You guys should stick around for the raid. We'll go hang out with, let's see, you gave me the name, didn't you, Cab Nemo? Where to go? Oh, Online VCR. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll go hang out with Online VCR. I'll get that going in just a couple minutes. Thank you guys for chilling. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. So many of you came through. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Adios.
Excuse me, princess. Excuse me.
You don't get much more badass than that.